What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to part 12 of the Lexus. Stuff was done yesterday when I was at BJJ. Let me show you what was done. First, we have the throttle cable was installed and we actually got it fixed. My dumbass for some reason wrapped it around the brake pedal, or not the brake pedal, the gas pedal when I was connecting it. So my father fixed it. So we got that done. That's correct, and this is closed, and now this works as intended. Second thing is the fuel rail. We finally got the back stitched in here with the two nuts like we did last time. So the fuel rail is in, that's in. We have this fixed. We had this first start of this pump, but we're gonna have to take this out because I have another pipe over there that's got the blocker for when this closes, that the air doesn't go back. What is that called? You know what I'm talking about. And then what the fuck? It blocks off the air so it doesn't go back to the turbo and then hurt the turbo. So that we have to put on here. This we got the two ends hooked up, so the gas line back there is hooked up to the fuel rail metal thing we have here. We have the front also hooked up right here. That goes to this regulator, which we just kind of zip tied to this. So that's good. That's installed. That's installed. So really, the next thing we really need to do is get some oil for it, some power steering, get the radiator situated, put the fan on, and then give it a test fire to make sure nothing leaks and everything is good. So for today, we're still waiting on our boy to get back and see what we're going to scarf up today, but we are getting very close to finishing. We might actually have to find a spot for the boost regulator. Maybe I'll find a spot for it now. So we'll do that right now. We'll try to find a spot for it. I'll show you guys what I come up with in a minute.
Eventually.
Alright, so the boost controller is in a temporary spot. Got it up here so you can see the gauge. You can adjust the boost up here. It's hanging on by a zip tie, but I might leave it here, I might not. Temporary. At least it's up and not on the ground face value, so that's good. This wire. Yep, let's see what other small things we can do in the meantime while we're waiting. So we've seen we've gotten all our connectors plugged in except for this first one. This first one keeps hitting the fuel rail. This little outside part, this little shit part right here where I'm hitting with my finger. That I'm gonna probably sand down a little bit, make it fit in a lot better. So I'm gonna get some sandpaper. I'm gonna sand down that, just the plastic part of that connection, try to put it in. All right, so we sanded this away and it fits now perfectly. Next, we're going to try to get this piece, which is what I was telling you guys for in front of the throttle body. Try to get this piece on. We're gonna have to cut one of these pipes and fit it to this. So let's go downstairs, use the hacksaw and cut a piece. All right, we are fabricating one of the pipes. We're going to make it a little bit shorter, so from the throttle body it can go down and be a little bit higher. So what we have to do is we have to go underneath here and out that side. And the problem is I don't want it to be too low, because you hit a bump and it's hanging off a lot underneath, it'll scrape. So we're going to make that shorter, make it small, and we're going to try to either drill a hole in this or something, make it pop out and go into the intercooler here. This side we're waiting for a adapter, kind of like the one that's on there, so we can adapt it from here, drop it down. The nice part about this side is this side has a very big hole down here, which will then loop around here This is the hole I'm talking about. Loop around here and into the intercooler there. So right now we're just gonna fabricate some parts and see what fits. We will show you what we come up with in a moment. So like as I was saying here, we have a metal pipe in there that we got it so it sits flush with that, and that should give us about 1.5 inches height up into the engine bay, so it shouldn't scrape the bottom. And it also looks a lot cleaner. So we'll now install that part onto the throttle body, and we will continue from this end to get to the intercooler. When you get these pipes, you actually just cut them and make them to length, because a lot of them are really long and kind of don't fit in certain spots. So a good, what was it we used downstairs? A sawzall, a hacksaw? What saw is that called downstairs? Chop saw. And we just made perfect cuts, and then we have a grinder downstairs to make sure that this isn't sharp, and you just make your own parts. All right, so this is pretty much what we got. We still need to add clamps to this, but this is what we got as a dry run. So I got that back pressure pump hooked up to a vacuum hose that leads to a vacuum line over there. We have that connected to that hose, connected to this hose. We have an angled one here. Then as you can see from down here, that angled one turns into this. We have a straight pipe going here. We have a pipe going up here. We made a hole in this plastic thing. We have one up here that we cut the U. We put another rubber grommet here, made another turn. And there's the reason we have two is because there's a metal piece in there, a small one. We have that connected to the intake side. So the intake side is done. As for the snail side, we have a special hose coming from that turns, goes from 2.5 inch to the 3, which these pipes are. And that one we're probably gonna go down, come out from this hole, like I said before, and into that side. But as of right now, for this week, we got the intake side done, we got that done. I was a little worried about it scraping the bottom, but as you can see, the lower control arm is actually lower than the bottom part, and I could raise this up a little bit, and I probably will zip tie it to that. All right, that looks pretty clean. I was gonna end the video here, but I wanna say thank you to all my supporters and to all the people that have followed me on, almost said Facebook.
Are you stupid or something?
On YouTube, because I never thought I'd get to 400. And like I said prior, like I'll say something blue in the face, I never thought I'd get past 100. So tonight, we're gonna go for a little late night flick at the jetty as a thank you and a appreciation of you guys supporting my channel, because I gotta admit, sometimes I make videos where I'm like, oh, these are really crappy, and some of you guys still watch them. So thank you, and I'll see you guys tonight.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
It's about 9:30ish. We have to head to our local Sevs, our little Sevies, to get some drinks. Joining me today on this late night flick is my father, Ben, who helps me on the Lexus and is going to be my partner on this little flick. So let's head to the spot now. All right, we are here. I've picked this spot because that boat and that light is so bright. We can walk down the beach and actually see each other and see what we're doing. Let's grab the pole, put it on our backs, close the bed of the truck, and go for a little flick. Let's go. That is a big boat, and that is a very bright light in which to do this. You probably won't be able to see much, but we're still gonna try. And like I said, this light is so powerful. It goes all the way down to the beach, so we're gonna walk down further at the beach to not give the boat captain aneurysm. So walk down a little bit, get a couple flicks. We even have a chair over here. This giant log that's in front of us. Okay. Let me get set up and we'll do a couple flicks here and there. Oh, thank you, Ben, with the flashlight. Alrighty then. Road. Do you want to flick the first one? Okay. Well then here, videotape me flicking the first one, I guess. It's already recording, just point the camera. This? Yeah, just like that. Yeah, no, I think you hear me. Alright boys, you might not be able to actually stand on this side of the light. It should be able to see better. Yeah, that's just not coming. So like having a plan, this is called the Scandinavian flick. We only have one of these, so if we lose it, that's it. You want me to keep doing these late night adventures because they're kind of fun. God, you are a big bitch. But yeah. So I'm really happy that we got pretty far with the Lexus today in terms of just like the plumbing that we've done. We're waiting on one part for the other side, so that's good. And yeah. Hopefully we can get that done because I would love to drive that car. That's going to be a fun adventure car. Ooh, they shut the boat off. That is a big bitch. Yeah, and that light is actually the reason why I chose this spot at night, because that's lit up pretty good. We'll turn around now and you can see how far down the beach, that little white speck way over there, that's my partner in crime giving the old flick. So I think we're far enough to not give the captains any aneurysms, and it's dark enough where if we're not supposed to be fishing, nobody can see where we are, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, let's do a couple more flicks and just enjoy the last bit of weekend, because we might as well start this new weekend off on the right foot by doing a little late night flick. I really do like the nights. They make me very calm, very quiet. You know where to look, there's cool places to explore. Island's not too bad. The jetty is very nice to be near, especially that giant Leviosa light. So that's pretty cool. You can see this giant log right here, which we can sit and yeah. I'm probably gonna end the video here because you won't really be able to see us. I'm gonna get a couple more flicks in and then we're just gonna head home. But thank you for your support, and may the channel grow. May we make more videos. Yeah, thank you for your support. And thank you, YouTube, for, I guess, hosting my channel, or whatever the equivalent of that is. Catch anything? Nothing? Nah. Yeah, I was gonna say, let me know if you guys like this, because if so, I can go out and buy one of those giant, long, offshore fishing poles I could try to get one of those ends that glow, and we could set it to the next area code. So if you guys like this, we'll go and buy one and do some of this late night stuff. This is really cool, especially with summer coming when it's nice and warm. And being out here, you don't get cold, it's nice, and we'll do that. Fishing log. I'm sitting on a log. Fascinating. Well, we didn't catch shit, but we kind of came out here knowing we weren't going to catch anything. So, yeah, that's our little late night excursion. Oop, got to calm down now because that's going to be copyrighted. That's our late night excursion. We didn't catch anything. We had fun. Let me know if you guys, if we want to do this some more. I can go get a bigger, longer fishing pole and all that other shit and just let's figure this out. I literally can't think of anything else. Any last words, Ben?
Hey.
It's not, okay, well, all right. So, yeah, let's start this week off strong. Thank you for watching Throttle Hobby, and see you next week.